I'm going to make a simple soup bowl. I've got a lump of clay. It's just over a pound and a quarter maybe. I'm going to get my high speed and finish centering this. Make my little divot. I've got my divot, so that tells my fingers where to go. I'm going to go in with 3 fingers and make that well nice and deep, but not too deep to go through the bottom, of course. Widen it up good. And I'll squeeze out my sponge, smooth out those lines. Compress the clay particles. Smooth the bottom nicely so it's easy to clean and doesn't make a lot of noise when somebody's using their spoon across the bottom. Now I'm going to slow the wheel down a little bit. There we go. And I'll make my pulls start to make this a little taller. Even though I'm going to make a flared bowl, I still want to give my bowl height first before I make it wide. Once you make the clay wide, it's difficult to make it tall. So best is to get all your pulls, meaning best is to get all your height and then some before you widen it up at all. I'm using my fingertips as much as possible for the pulls. If I were to go and hug the clay while I'm making pulls, I'd be adding a twist to the clay, and that makes your pot crooked. So I'm going to continue with another pull. Support the lip, clean the lip up, make it nice and rounded. And now, get that extra water out of the bottom, because you never want to leave water settled in the bottom of your bowl while you're making it. That is going to cause it to get a little crack in it when it's drying. So now I get to widen it up. So I made a groove, but my left fingers on the inside are pushing the clay out, giving it a bit of a flare, opening the whole vessel. So my right fingers are being just soft and supportive at this point. When I was making the pulls for height, my right fingers were doing all the work and my left fingers were being soft and supportive. Now it's a reverse, because I'm just widening it to create more volume in this bowl. And if it's more comfortable, you can always slow it down the wider you get, meaning slow the wheel down. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll just tap it a little bit slower right now. Soak the water out. And you can even use the sponge to help define the shape, as long as your sponge is wet enough but not so saturated that it's pouring water down into the center of the bowl again. And I'm going to clean up down here and see what it looks like. Looks like it could be defined a little bit more. I'll push out a little bit. There we go. So a narrow bottom and wide top on a soup bowl helps your bowls to stack more easily, saving space in your cabinet. So I always aim for a narrow bottom and a more wide opening. And I try never, I'll show you, I'll try never to have my soup bowls go in at the top. They don't stack at all, and they're just more cumbersome. They're harder to fill. So I really like to see a soup bowl flare just slightly at the top. There we go. Thanks for watching.